When you hear the sounds of the bell, you know you're in the championship rounds with King Amin of Essex. So let's get to it. We're going to start off with a recap of last week's action. Not much in the grand scheme of things, but something significant in the Super Bantamweight division. Mea Motu out of New Zealand defended her IBO title in 1 VA, fourth round corner stoppage. She defeated Shannon O'Connell. She looked great. She looked strong. I think she would definitely have problems with the opponent she was scheduled to face, which is Britain's own Ellie Scotney. And I don't know. It's curious. It's very strange that Scotney pulled out of this fight. Because Motu did just look stronger. Like, if she trapped Scotney and walked her down a bit, um, yeah, Ellie could get hurt out there. So I'm wondering if that, is a strange occurrence that Ellie got hurt. But what factors into the landscape of the division is that Mikiah Kreps over the weekend defeated a former contender for the WBA title, at least Marilyn Rivas. And with that win, I believe Mikiah Kreps, whoa, Freudian slip. I believe Mikiah Kreps is poised for a title shot. Now, immediately, logic would have it, she takes all of Rivas's ranking. So that would be number 7 in the WBO, number 2 in the WBC, and also number 2 in the IBF and the WBA. So the first title shot, Kreps probably it makes sense she would get is Nazarena Romero. All right. And I like the fight. I like Kreps' chances. I believe she becomes world champion. However, like I said, in that strange occurrence, maybe Mikiah Kreps is more marketable than Mea Motu, maybe believed to be less risk, since Motu more is a pressure fighter, kind of a puncher, more than a boxer, and maybe Scotney favors Kreps as an opponent. Um, so maybe that's is what's happening. So let's be careful and keep our eyes peeled for what's happening at 122. Um, News, maybe we're hoping some impending announcements. Um, Oshae Jones, some fight news. We're hoping that it is the confirmation between her and Femke Hermans in Ohio. If not, I'm wondering, did the recent situation with the WBA and Mary Spencer afford her the opportunity at that shot, at that title? I believe I called for that a couple of months ago. So it would all make sense to me. Definitely time for Jones to step it up against opponents. And I believe a title shot's appropriate given the landscape at 154. So let's have at it if in fact that is the case. And um, is it the case that we're going to get the rematch between Cherneka Johnson and Nina Hughes? Or could we see Jamie Mitchell and Cherneka Johnson and somehow Nina Hughes in a stay busy fight before she gets her chance at a rematch? One never knows, but pay attention to what's happening. That is bantamweight division action. So that's pretty much it as far as fights that have not been announced, but the potential to be made. Let's talk about a fight that has been made. Yokasta Valle's final fight of the year, which is going to be on November 1st. Now, I don't know if this is going to be at 105 or 108. Her opponent is a career 108 pounder, right? That is the junior flyweight division. Yoselin Fernandez, 15-5 with 8 KOs out of Venezuela. Um, if Valle moves up, remember the history. She already beat Bermudez. So that's not, a question as to whether she can win a world title at the division. It's maybe some of the other champions at 108. So Jessica Neri Plata, that's a great fight. Yeah, we know you got Kim Clavel, although she doesn't have a title, should have a title. Yeah, some great fights at 108. So let's stay tuned for that Valle fight because, again, I'm curious to see at what division she will be contending. Now, another fight that has been announced, we can confirm, and it's going to be a precursor into this week's action because it's about the very busy featherweight division. The featherweight fighter from Germany, Sarah Liegman. She's 10-0 with, I believe, 1 KO. the WBF Women's Boxing Federation Championship. That's definitely a title that's mostly contested in Europe, especially in Germany. Nonetheless, she's going to be facing Calista Salgado, veteran who's been in the ring with the likes of Amanda Serrano, Michaela Mayer, Heather Hardy, Melissa St. Ville, Maureen Shea. She's been in there with everybody. 22 and 17, 16 KO. So this is, you know, a bit of a test, but Liegman is a pretty good boxer, pretty good with her footwork, and I know she'll know how to stay out of the way and avoid danger. Maybe a showcase fight and to put the veteran on her resume. Because remember, featherweight division, what are you going to do? You're going to stay busy. If she really want to test her mettle, she tried to get in there with Caddis Oddingstall. You heard? But let's talk about the rest of the featherweight division, especially in light of what's happening this weekend. History being made in Riyadh. Riyadh season, its first women's bout is going to be a title bout featuring Skye Nicholson. She's the WBC featherweight division champion. She's in there against contender from the UK, Raven Chapman. Raven Chapman is 9-0 with 2 KOs. These women have some history, I believe, in either the European Championships or the Olympics. So this is should be a highly contested, high-level skilled bout. Nicholson seems to put on some bulk, put on some mass. Maybe she's a bit stronger. We know she's light on her feet. She'll have to counter a lot more countering to catch Chapman off balance, but I feel like she's going to try to matador Chapman. Chapman, of course, can't continue all gas. She's going to have to be a little bit smarter in some of her offense and kind of catch Nicholson trying to counter in those spots, because we know Sky's going to be fighting off the back foot, jabbing most of the fight. Chapman's got to find a way to avoid that jab and cut the distance off and make it a rough fight. We'll see if she can make that happen, but it's going to be a great bout on the undercard of Beterbiev and Bivol from Riyadh. All right. Also, staying busy with the featherweight division, Tiara Brown staying busy, but about with more significance than just a stay busy fight. She's in there against, pardon me, Deanna Vargas from the Dominican Republic. Yes, she just lost to Skye Nicholson, but not just a significance as in common opponent. This is for a WBC interim title. So Tiara Brown will get the winner of Nicholson Chapman. So that's out in Philadelphia at the 2300 Arena this weekend as well. So guys, this is a pretty solid weekend of action. We got the afternoon bout stateside, which would be Nicholson Chapman, and then the evening, Tiara Brown. Hopefully that's on OTX so you can catch that on network television, whatever. But it's not whatever for us, ladies and gentlemen. It is this thing of ours, and this thing of ours is women's boxing. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back next week. Don't forget to check out that interview with Peggy Whitmore out of Cleveland, Ohio. 130 pounds, and she wants all the smoke. She's coming Benny Blanco style for Alicia Bumgarner's Carlitos Way. All right. Y'all know the drill. Thanks for tuning in. Share it. Drop a like. Be sure to comment. And thank you.